Imagine this. It's the dead of night in a quiet Brazilian town. The air is thick with tension. Firmers lock their doors, clutching rosaries, whispering about a creature that stalks the shadows. They call it the Chupacabras, a blood-sucking monster that mutilates livestock, leaving no trace but terror. Was it real? A hoax? Or something even stranger? Welcome to Bizarre Globe, where we dive into the world's creepiest mysteries. Today, we unravel the chilling legend of the Chupacabras, a story that gripped Brazil in the 1990s and still haunts us today. Buckle up, because this one's going to leave you questioning everything. In the mid-1990s, something bizarre swept through the rural heartlands of Brazil, particularly in the state of São Paulo. Small towns like São Roque, Araçariguama, and Sorocaba were buzzing with fear. Farmers woke up to find their livestock, goats, sheep, chickens, dead, drained of blood, with strange puncture marks on their bodies. No footprints, no claw marks, just bodies. And silence. The locals had a name for the culprit, Chupacabras, Spanish for goatsucker. But what was this thing? A feral animal? A government experiment gone wrong? Or something not of this world? Let's go back to where it all began. The Chupacabras phenomenon didn't start in Brazil. The legend first emerged in Puerto Rico in 1995, where farmers reported similar attacks. Animals drained of blood with precise puncture wounds. The creature was described as a reptilian beast, about 4 feet tall, with spines down its back, glowing red eyes, and an unnatural speed. By 1996, the panic had spread to Mexico, Chile, and, yes, Brazil.
Goiaba da Serra era uma pacata e tranquila cidade do interior de São Paulo. Era, até que os moradores começaram a receber a visita de uma estranha criatura. Será que dessa vez é mesmo o famoso Chupacabras?
In São Paulo's interior, the first reports came from small farms. One farmer in Araçariguama claimed he saw a creature with spikes like a dinosaur, lurking near his barn. Another in Sorocaba said it moved on 2 legs, like no animal he'd ever seen. The stories were consistent: bloodless carcasses, eerie silence, and a feeling of being watched. By 1997, the Chupacabras was a household name. Newspapers ran wild headlines: Chupacabras strikes again, and monster terrorizes countryside. Locals formed night patrols armed with shotguns and flashlights, desperate to protect their livelihoods. But here's the kicker. No one ever caught it. Not a single clear photo, not a shred of physical evidence. So, what was going on? As the attacks multiplied, so did the fear. In São Roque, a farmer named João reported losing 12 goats in a single night. Each one had 2 small holes in its neck, no blood left in their bodies. It was like something sucked them dry, he told reporters, his voice trembling. In Sorocaba, a woman claimed she saw the creature outside her window, describing it as a demon with glowing eyes. The stories grew wilder. Some said it could leap over fences. Others swore it vanished into thin air. Schools canceled classes, and parents kept their kids indoors. The Chupacabras wasn't just a threat to animals, it was a threat to peace of mind. The panic wasn't just local. National media picked up the story, and soon Chupacabras was the talk of Brazil. TV shows aired blurry photos and shaky videos, claiming they showed the beast. Skeptics called it mass hysteria, but believers pointed to the bodies. Over 200 animal deaths were reported in São Paulo alone between 1996 and 1999. The wounds were always the same: 2 punctures, no blood, no struggle. Veterinarians were baffled. Some suggested a disease or parasites, but tests showed nothing. Others whispered about extraterrestrial involvement. After all, UFO sightings were common in the region at the time. So, what was the Chupacabras? Let's break down the theories. First, the simplest explanation: wild animals. Some experts argued that feral dogs or big cats, like jaguars, could be responsible. But farmers shook their heads. They knew what dog attacks looked like, and this wasn't it. No claw marks, no torn flesh, just those eerie puncture wounds. Plus, dogs don't drain blood completely. Could it be a new species, some kind of mutated predator? Zoologists found no evidence of such a creature in Brazil's ecosystem. Then there's the extraterrestrial angle. The 1990s were a hotbed for UFO sightings in Brazil, especially in rural areas. Some locals swore they saw strange lights in the sky the same nights the attacks happened. Was the Chupacabras an alien experiment, dropped on Earth to wreak havoc? Conspiracy theorists loved this idea, pointing to the creature's bizarre appearance and the lack of physical evidence. After all, if it was an alien, it wouldn't leave footprints, right? Another theory was darker: a government cover-up. Some speculated the Chupacabras was a genetic experiment gone wrong, escaped from a secret lab. Brazil's military dictatorship had ended just a decade earlier, and distrust in authorities ran deep. Could the government be hiding a failed project? Locals reported seeing strange vehicles near attack sites, fueling the rumors. But no proof ever surfaced. And then there's the psychological angle. Was the Chupacabras a product of mass hysteria? Rural Brazil in the 90s was a tough place. Economic struggles, isolation, and a lack of information created a perfect storm for fear. A few dead animals could spark rumors, and rumors could spiral into a full-blown legend. But if it was just hysteria, why were the wounds so consistent? Why did so many unrelated people describe the same creature? By the late 1990s, the Chupacabras wasn't just a monster. It was a cultural phenomenon. It appeared in songs, TV sketches, and even toys. Kids traded stories about the creature like ghost tales around a campfire. In São Paulo's interior, it became a symbol of the unknown, a reminder that even in modern times, the dark could hide secrets. The legend spread beyond Brazil, inspiring movies, books, and documentaries across Latin America. But in places like Sorocaba and Araçariguama, the fear was real. Families still talk about those nights when they locked their doors and prayed the Chupacabras wouldn't come. The attacks slowed by the early 2000s, but the mystery never died. Every few years, a new report surfaces. A dead cow here, a strange sighting there. In 2019, the town of São Roque revisited the legend, with locals sharing stories of the panic that gripped their community 20 years earlier. Some still believe the Chupacabras is out there, waiting in the shadows. Today, the Chupacabras remains one of the world's most enduring cryptozoological mysteries. Modern researchers have tried to explain it. Some point to a species of bat, like the vampire bat, which feeds on blood. But vampire bats are tiny, and their bites don't match the wounds found on Chupacabras victims. Others suggest a psychological phenomenon called folie à plusieurs, where a group shares a collective delusion. But that doesn't explain the physical evidence, the bodies, the wounds, the fear. Cryptozoologists, those who study hidden animals, keep the Chupacabras alive in their investigations. They comb through old reports, hoping to find a clue. Some even use drones to search rural areas, looking for signs of an unknown predator. But technology hasn't cracked the case. The Chupacabras remains elusive, a ghost in the night. So, what's the truth behind the Chupacabras? Was it a real creature stalking the farms of Brazil? An alien visitor, a government experiment, or just a story that got out of hand? The evidence is thin, but the stories are vivid. Farmers in Sao Paulo still check their barns at night, still whisper about the creature that haunted their parents. Maybe it's gone, or maybe it's still out there, watching from the shadows. On Bizarre Globe, we don't just tell stories, we chase the truth, no matter how strange. What do you think the Chupacabras was? A monster, a myth, or something we'll never understand? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us know what bizarre mystery you want us to explore next. If you enjoyed this dive into the unknown, smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Bizarre Globe for more chilling tales from around the world. Until next time, keep your eyes on the shadows. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride into the Chupacabras legend. Don't forget to subscribe to Bizarre Globe for more bizarre true stories that'll keep you up at night. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode, and share this video with your friends who love a good mystery. What's the creepiest story you've heard from your hometown? Tell us in the comments, and we might feature it in a future video. Stay curious, stay bizarre. Stay with us for the next weird and bizarre video. Thanks for watching.